girlies, it's Nevaeh and I'm here to sprinkle my thoughts on you girls. I just wanted to come and make a video. I'm in my room setting because my mom and my daughter are in the living room and I normally record in the book nook area, but it's a little bit easier for me to get more intimate and talk about like the things that I actually want to talk about when I'm by myself. So let's get right into it. I just wanted to come and make a video about like being overwhelmed, going through stress, and trying to balance new things in your life that you're trying to take on. So if you're struggling with any of those things, I'm gonna make a video. It may not change how you feel, it may not change you being overwhelmed, but maybe it could add some light to your perspective of your life and push you to keep going in areas that your body can, the areas you have the capacity to. So if that's what you need right now, I hope this video is of service to you. First off, I wanted to mention, and I touched on this in my last video, but I'm gonna touch on it again. I recently started doing a challenge in the month of November. Today's the 19th. I started the challenge on day 1. We have 10 habits for 30 days. I'm doing it in like this academy that I'm in with other people. I'm also doing it with my partner. And on top of me doing that challenge, I am a mother. I am a college student, a third-year college student, undergrad, and I work part-time. So I work 20 hours a week. With that being said, sometimes it is difficult. Like on some days I have class and I have work. On some days I just have a full day of school. On weekends it's just a full day of parenting, and it's like nonstop, non-go. I'm busy Sunday through Saturday. My week is booked. I'm busy, and most of the time I know what I'm gonna do because I have it scheduled. So my life can feel like a lot sometimes because of that. But at the same time, I am very grateful for my life because I know my younger self is where I wanted to be. I'm where I've always wanted to be, and that is a lot to be grateful for. Nevertheless, in the heat of some moments, last week I think it was midterm week, and that means I was struggling for multiple midterms. I was still trying to balance, and I took 2 days off of work. Instead of working on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which I normally do. I only worked on Friday because I was like, I need time to get my midterms done, to study, and a little bit of time to debrief after, combining so much stuff in. So I got some days off of work. But I did feel very overwhelmed. I felt overwhelmed with trying to balance my life. I felt overwhelmed with trying to study, and in moments where I was studying, I'm still tending to my daughter and still making sure that she's getting her needs. I did feel super overwhelmed, and all while, trying to make sure my house stays clean, because I'm the kind of person that if I have a mess around me, I will feel messy in my brain. If my bed is not made, my brain is going through it. You know what I mean? It is very important for me to, keep picking up after myself and keep picking up after my daughter, making sure we're doing what we need to do. But with that being said, because it was a difficult week, I was going through it. I was. And something that has been helping me, and something that, kept me going, didn't stop me from stopping my habits, didn't stop me from working, didn't make me quit, didn't make me give up on my midterms, didn't make me give up. Of course, yes, I'm gonna keep going because I want to do it for my future, I want to do it for my daughter. But a thought that kept popping up in my head is, these are growing pains, and I kept thinking about that. Whenever you go to the gym, if you go to the gym and you are only lifting, for example, 5 pounds, and then at first 5 pounds was hard for you, you got better at it, but then you go to lifting 10 pounds and now it's heavy. Now whenever you're doing the 10 pounds, your legs and your arms are shaking, you're struggling, you're like, oh my gosh, this is something super new. By the end of your workout session, you feel depleted, you feel sore, your legs feel like gummy worms, and then you're like, dang, can I even come back tomorrow? That's how sore I am. Life can feel like that too. Life can feel like that. It could be like, dang, I'm shaking right now. I'm feeling weak. Can I even do this tomorrow? And it can feel that way sometimes. But then when you think of the gym and somebody working out and they're constantly doing that same thing and they're constantly lifting that weight and they keep repeating the same thing, they try to be consistent, they're very repetitive, eventually they come out with their dream body. They come out with the muscles that they want. They come out with the flat stomach that they want. You know, they come out looking how they wanted to look. They come out feeling how they wanted to feel, healthy, you know, and they appreciate that they kept going even after their legs felt like gummy worms, you know, even after that weight made them a little bit dizzy. You know, whenever you never work out and then you start working out and you feel a little dizzy, because, you know, you're like, dang, I haven't done this in so long. Your brain kind of, your body is like, doesn't know how to take it. But after you keep going, you're like, oh, I'm not even dizzy anymore, you know? Sometimes it's like that with other things in life. It's a little bit shaky. Sometimes you feel like a gummy worm, you feel like quitting. Sometimes you feel like you cannot do it. But for me, the way that I'm using it, I'm like, dang, like a lot of the why life was very overwhelming for me was obviously because alone working midterms and finals, working midterms and parenting is a lot. But whenever you add like the challenge that I'm doing, 10 habits for 30 days, and I have integrity when I do this challenge. Every single day I hit all 10 of those I have, at least for the past 19 days, I've hit all 10 of those things. And I have integrity behind it. I really mean it whenever I say that I'm doing every single thing that I say that I'm doing. It is super important for me to be honest. So on top of doing all the stuff that I'm doing, to do those 10 things every day and to stick to those things and, you know, stay committed to what I told myself I was going to do, it did get a little bit difficult. You know what I'm saying? It did get difficult, but I had to tell myself, okay, Nevaeh, these are growing pains. Keep staying committed. After 21 days, you technically build a habit. When you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit. It becomes something that you naturally keep doing. And yes, I have to be mindful. It's so easy to not do all 10 things if I've had forgotten or something like that. But, you know, it's a habit that I'm building. And if I could just stay consistent, keep doing what I need to do, these are going to be habits that one day feel like a piece of cake to me. To get up in the morning, to make sure I exercise daily, to make sure I'm writing in a journal to my daughter daily, to make sure I'm budgeting daily, to make sure I'm reading daily, to make sure that I'm going for walks daily, drinking my water daily, to make sure that I'm doing all the things that I said I was going to do, make YouTube, TikTok videos daily, to do all those things consistently. It becomes a part of my character. It's going to become who I am. It's going to become Nevaeh. You know what I'm saying? It already is. So the goal of me saying all this is to say, yes, it can be difficult sometimes, but those growing pains can be super worth it. Those growing pains can be life-changing. And I just hope that you stay committed to who you want to be. I hope you continue aligning with the version of you that you want to be. I hope you have already stepped into that and you continue stepping into the evolving versions that you continue wanting to be. So yes, I hope this video was of service to you girls. Holla at your girl. Be real or be real.